He knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
At the 50-yard line.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Play clock winding down. Coach Liam Cohen's going to signal for a timeout, as that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Inside handoff goes to Etienne, and he's able to manage a couple on that run. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
Across midfield to the 48-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
Lawrence to throw it. Nothing doing there as the 2nd down pass falls incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Hey, run! Hey, Soko, hot.
Trying it right side with Etienne. And they have this one well contained. There's the stop for a loss now. 4th down coming up. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you could live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
4th down and 9, and look at this. The offense is still out there.
Ralph, son, it's a hunt. Go, let's go. 11.
Looking to throw. Throw is caught by the back. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. What a call. They wind up with 12 on 4th down and pull off the conversion.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Lawrence with it on 1st. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Lion!
And he gets him around 6 there. Tackle made by Jaquan Brisker. Working quickly here. 3rd down, Lawrence to throw. He has the 1st over the middle. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped.
That's another Jaguars first down.
Working inside the red zone. Into the hands of his running back, Etienne. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars get this time before the end of the 3rd. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock, getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. That's well done.
That one is good, but not before it hit the left upright. And they'll take the lead. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Here's Duvernay on the return. Things going well so far. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled.
For the life of me, I will never understand why you give that returner another shot after he already took one to the house. You can feel it. He's brimming with confidence. He wants you to kick the ball to him, and he nearly took a second one to the house again. He now sets his team up with great field position.
Williams to throw on first. Brings it in. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Williams off the play fake. Hits his target. That's Durham Smythe. Tackle made at the 10. First and goal coming up. Give him 30 yards on that one. And that's a Chicago first down.
First down. A gain of 30. And the Bears first down.
Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. The Bears have the ball, and they're going to need to score. They come in trailing. All right, they look set now. Here we go, first and 10. Running with Swift out of the gun. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10. At the Jaguars' 11-yard line.
And they're going to spike this one. No, wait, no, they're not spiking it. They're going to throw. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
This is one of those occasions that it looks so promising when you take off as a quarterback, and then you're reminded just how fast these defenses are in the NFL. Couldn't quite move the chains, but it wasn't for a lack of trying.
He's back to throw. And it's incomplete on third and goal.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone, and defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
Desperation time here. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over. Football on the horizon here at Kansas City's Arrowhead Stadium. Today, a good one in store here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Kansas City Chiefs. Cam Little after the opening kick. And we're underway from Kansas City. Here's Smith on the return. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. Flushed out of the pocket. It's intercepted on the first play of the game. Greg Newsome has it. And the Jaguars take possession down inside the 30 after the interception. Well, Brock, if the goal was to set the tone that you're going to be aggressive all game, I would say mission accomplished. But might be tough to connect on a lot of those against a defense that came ready to play.
Yeah, they were not caught off guard for a second, Kate. They know this offense likes to be aggressive, and dare I say, they may have been expecting that deep shot on the opening snap.
And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and long.
Here's ETN on the give. And he'll go down here at the 16. Dose of the hurry up here.
4 yards. And the Jaguars
Throwing on 1st down, Lawrence. Has him on the quick hitter. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Hey, Lion. Hey, Soko, son. Hey, I'm gun.
They go play action, Lawrence. Complete right side to Washington. And he stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
a gain of 12 yards. That's good for the Jaguars.
ETN takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. Little tacks on the extra point. And the Jaguars will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Chiefs nothing.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Here's Smith on the return. Trying to reverse it on the kick return. They get to him before he can amount to much, just beyond that 15-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Brought down behind the line.
The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Here's Mahomes now. Got a lock behind this one. Downfield it goes. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. That's Jordan Lewis. So their second drive ends just the way their first one did, Brock. And if you are the coach down there, man, you've got to be fuming.
Yeah, so frustrated, right? 2 drives in, you still can't get your game plan at all. Not a series you're going to keep ending prematurely. You don't want to be playing behind schedule right from the start of the game, which is exactly where they found themselves.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Offense in the hurry up here.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Now we give to ETN running right. And this is looking familiar, partner. He's dropped for a loss again. It's going to be 3rd down. Offense up to the line fast.
A loss of 2 on the play. It's 3rd down.
Now give. It's ETN headed left. Wow, not a chance at all as he is met at the line on this one. That's going to be 4th and very long.
Well, it was bad enough that the previous run went backwards. You've got to have balance in this league. I mean, you really do. There's no chance offensively to find sustained success unless you present run and pass to a defense. And right now, this defense is owning your run game.
And a big hit on the return to stop it cold.
Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Rolling left, buying some time. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 21. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. And he is persuaded to go out of bounds just as he gets this up past the 30-yard line. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 32.
First down throw, Mahomes. To the sideline and brought in by Worthy. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs.
So before they can get set and snap it, the clock runs out on quarter 1. It's the Jaguars setting the pace so far. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. About set for the 2nd quarter. Chiefs football here. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Buying some time right. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Buys time, rolling right. Throws this one deep down the right side. Kind of on the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete, brings up 3rd down. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. 3rd and long for him here. On the move, headed right. He's trying to go deep again. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Intended target there was Xavier Worthy. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. And that offense isn't budging. They're going for it. They'll go. It's Mahomes. That'll be the 1st and more. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down, and a drive we all thought had stalled out is going to carry on.
1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. Ball is out. Mahomes fumbled it. And they scoop it up. Time to push the line. And from where that fumble came, Brock, zero chance they were going to turn a profit on that play, right? But at least they did get it back. So they keep the football, but now they face 2nd and long.
At the 49-yard
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. This is a heater going deep. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the 1st half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Kate, as soon as this quarterback broke containment, I know your eyes and my eyes went the same place. Can you find a big play down the field? Unfortunately, there was not one to be had.
Gonna let this one fly deep downfield. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
It's a loss of a yard.
We're to the 2-minute warning from Arrowhead. The Jaguars leading near the break. All right, here we go. Second down. Lawrence working from the gun. And back-to-back passes that should have been intercepted. Two great chances to take it away. Both of them dropped, Brock, and now they stay out there for third down.
23.
Here he goes, third and long. Here comes the screen for ETN. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
13 yards on the play. And the Jaguars.
On first and 10, here's Lawrence. Dump off caught by his back. And this drives him back at a field goal range, Brock, as he stopped for loss of yardage.
Tackled back at the 46-yard line.
Sticking in the air with Lawrence. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
Kate, it just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So that brings up fourth and long.
Kate, I've talked to you over the years of the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On third down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
Oof, best of luck here, guys. It's fourth and pretty far.
Hey. 11.
Again, it's Lawrence to throw. Hits him downfield. This is Thomas. And he nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22. To the line and set. Here we go, first down. From the gun, ETN gets it. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop it behind the line. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up first and goal.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says two things in every production meeting. Number one, well, we got to stop the run. And number two, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out and execute.
And he will score! Touchdown, Jacksonville! The Jaguars will add to their lead at the end of the half. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. You always tell me, Brock, it is a whole different world here, running routes, working in confined spaces, instead of having that whole field to spread out a defense.
Oh, spot on, Caden. Some players, that's the world they thrive in. Finding windows where windows shouldn't exist and then being ready for the throw to arrive. It happens so fast. Trusting your quarterback to make the right read and get it to you.
Remigio with the return. Oh, some trickery here on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Beginning a new drive here, but just 16 seconds to go before halftime.
Yellow.
Mahomes on first and 10. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
That's caught at the 25. And this will reach the red zone. He takes it down to the 17. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now.
First and 10 at the 17-yard
First and 10, it's Mahomes. Oh, no touchdown, it's intercepted! And the Jaguars are stopped on that return, so that interception's going to be the final play of this opening half. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Shades of the 2009 Super Bowl, they're going onside kick to begin the second half. And this is covered by the Jaguars. Well, I think we all knew they were going to be aggressive from the onset of this second half, trying to erase that lead, but unfortunately, no luck here on the onside kick.
Kate, and these half times, they're fast for all of us in the NFL. College, yeah, you have time to go get lunch. Not that way in the NFL. So you went into halftime, and I am guessing, I can just feel the tone and tenor of that locker room. It is, we're going to be aggressive, like your point. We got to go out and we got to make something happen. But unfortunately, that felt a lot more like desperation when you don't recover.
They'll try it left with Etienne. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Offense in a hurry up here. Here's Etienne. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
Ask for a little bit more on that one. That's that running back to come up with more than he's used to on third down. He made it look like just another day at the office. I wouldn't expect every conversion to go as smoothly. He sure made that one look routine.
He stuck with him, but this one heads the wrong way. He winds up losing yards. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
Let's go.
Offense to the line fast.
First down.
Easy.
The 1-yard line.
13, Luke.
Etienne punches it in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars grow the lead coming out of halftime. Travis Etienne, the touchdown.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Sunshine State and Everbank Stadium here in Jacksonville. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Here now is Cam Little out to get us started. And off we go from Jacksonville. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Let's go.
Right to the air is Daniels. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
With a start here to the ball game, you get the good kick return, followed by a quick first down through the air. If this defense isn't careful, they might be looking at a deficit before they know what hit them.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Now Daniels going to keep it. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Deebo Samuel, 53 yards. And the Commanders go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Lisa 24. Here we go, sir.
They'll start on the ground. ETN. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Open man, it's Hunter. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
And the Jaguars first down.
A give to ETN running right. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points. That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Hey, run!
Fourth down, here's Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That's good for a Jaguars first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Hey, I'm gun.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
All right, here we go. All right, let's go.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And he'll get it right back to Washington. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
I'm gone.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get this down to the 10. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Johnny Mudd, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Here we go. Set.
They go play action. Daniels. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade American. And the Jags will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. A very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45.
11, Agate. Alert. Roll.
Now ETN to start the drive to about the 48-yard line.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, ETN once more. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one.
Here we go, son.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard. Brings up
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence.
at the Commanders' 41.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted.
Lawrence is
Picked off by Trey Amos. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's got a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's a tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
a gain of 14.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Daniels. Now he's going to step up and run. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Washington Commanders first down. A gain of 15.
Throwing now is Daniels. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
And he's taken down inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. To throw is Daniels. Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Ascend100k and Lewickin. And the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Hey, run! Soko, hot!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Jalen Holmes in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And it's fielded at the 34. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
Ready, set! Here we go, set!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. As it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
First down, Commanders.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead,
and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the Jags are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, Charles, you were so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at the 20. Second half starts with a run by Etienne. Across midfield. He's on his way. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after try forthcoming. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
A gain of 27 on the play. And the Washington 1st down.
Cut, ready? Let's go now.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination.
Picked up by Greg Newsom. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Hey, run!
ETN once more.
And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
And he fires one, but incomplete.
Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
And his throw here's incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And now here's another interception. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
Daniel's pass. Intercepted.
What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Straight ahead, ETN. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd
let's
and
go.
12 at the 42-yard line.
They go play action now. Lawrence. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. 3rd down and 1.
A gain of 11 makes it 3rd and 1.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Got it. Ready?
ETN up the middle. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
He was taken down by Bobby Wagner. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Another toe for ETN. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll run with ETN. And trying to shake free, but ETN cannot. The defense will stop him short.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
Here we go, sir.
Going for it, here's ETN. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call.
Hey, run!
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Hot!
And they'll run with ETN. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Go, go! Hey, James,
Tootin is in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the fourth quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here, they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101? Check that box.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
13 yards there on a Washington first.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
Commanders first down. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Washington.
Now Daniels. Pass caught. It's Lane with it.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and lead the game out that way.
60 by 60 by 60.
To the air goes Daniels.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Foyesade Oluwakin.
Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his third interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the letter jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
Hey, Lion!
At the 12-yard line.
Silver!
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first quarter, but then they didn't score in quarters 2, 3, or 4. They're going to have a lot of work to do before stepping back on the field.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting tape to analyze, won't it? Because why did it work in the first quarter, but nothing in quarters 2, 3, and 4? So we always talk about adjustments. You don't just wait till halftime. You do it series to series. They'll be working on that in preparation for their next game.
I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.